Heyo, my Planet Coaster friends, Johnny5 Alive here. Exciting announcement. The next contest we're going to be doing is the Halloween Coaster Contest. Now, this was supposed to be released on October 1st, but since the Halloween update just came out, I figured I would release it a little bit early and give everybody a head start. Now, we do still have the Weenie contest going on right now, which is ending, I believe, this Friday, 2 days from now. So for those of you who have finished the Weenie contest already, you can get started on the Halloween Coaster Contest, which is very fun. So before we jump into it, I just want to kind of look at the schedule here. The contest for this is going to end on the 20th. I did that for a reason so that we could judge on Saturday and Sunday, and then because these are coasters slash rides, we're going to go do a marathon. That way I don't spam upload all in a couple days, and what we're going to end up doing is we'll release the videos over 7 or 8 days. Let's just say we get like 30 submissions. I can release roughly about 3 a day all the way up to Halloween. If we get a little bit more, it'll be 3, 4, or 5. We'll have to see. And then on Halloween, I can actually announce the winners. So we'll have a October Halloween marathon of spooky rides and coasters. So I wanted to release a little bit early so that you guys can get a head start. I announced it in Discord yesterday, so all Discord members are already aware of this and already starting. So for everybody else, let's go over the rules. So the newest contest featuring spooky Halloween rides similar to our storytelling contest. We want you to build an experience, but this time focus should be on scary or spooky atmosphere. The ride could be long, short, compact, blueprint, or long exploration style, as long as we're biting our fingernails for the duration. So this is pretty much do whatever you want. Now, with the storytelling contest, we gave you guys like 6 weeks. This one, you have about 4. So, you know, we don't really need you to tell a story. We just want you to build a spooky atmosphere. And, you know, you can do a storytelling if you want, and that'll definitely earn you a lot of points. You can do some scare moments. You can do whatever you want, but there's a lot of wiggle room and room for creativity here. We're letting you do whatever you feel is best. So, some examples of these: we did Dread Horror Coaster, Limbo the Ride, Stranger Things. You can watch videos of them and all that. Contest will be ending October 20th, 1 submission per member. And now you can create blueprint rides and coasters. However, the submission must be in a park file. So that means you have to submit the park. So if you build a blueprint, you just have to set it up, have the guests going in and out, and then, you know, have it ready to be ridden. So we just open up the park file and we're good to go. So every submission will be a park file, and all 3 judges will open it up and we'll check it out and ride it. So there you go. Despite it being called a coaster contest, you may use any track ride. So there are 2 new track rides with the update. We'd love to see you guys use those. You can use water rides or coasters if you so desire. There may only be 1 ride per entry. However, you may use other rides for scenery. You can also dual synchronize coasters. However, we'll only be judging the experience from 1. So please specify the entry. So if you do create a really cool dual synchronized coaster, you just specify which one you want us to ride, which is cool. You could also do things like ghost trains. Maybe you have just a train passing by or something like that, and it's synchronized with the coaster or ride, and, you know, things like that. I think you guys can come up with some pretty cool ideas with that. So you can do up to 10 minutes again if you so choose. Length does not really play a factor in this. We do not require good stats, so you could have an all red stat coaster. However, keep in mind that the track design is a factor in judging. So if guests won't go on it and it's super herky jerky, and we do not want to ride it because we didn't like the herky jerkiness of it, that will possibly lose you 5 points in track design. You can use custom audio so long as you use the rules such as royalty free, or you make your own audio. You may use billboards. No copyright videos in the content will be allowed. You may use sequencers, fireworks. Use of no collision is encouraged. Friction hacks are not allowed. However, there is a new feature in the update which I forgot to mention. If you go into options, you can actually go checkbox the friction now, and you can go in and control the friction on coasters now. So if there's a certain hill that it's not quite making it up, you can actually reduce the friction on that hill. and I believe that's saved into the blueprint for when people download it. So now you could actually customize the friction at certain points. So I believe that would be allowed so long as it works for us when we open it up. If we don't have that box checked and then all of a sudden the coaster isn't working as intended, that might be a problem. So be sure to test that before playing with the friction on the coaster, because it is a feature included on coasters now. So I'm curious to know if people download it and don't have that box checked, if it's going to mess it up for them. We'll have to see. You may use any and all of the DLCs from Planet Coaster so far, which is definitely suggested because there's so much spooky stuff in the update. You're going to have an advantage going into this contest, but we have seen many scary and awesome coasters in the past, and even last Halloween when there was no update, we saw some awesome creations. So you could still do well without the new spooky DLC. Judges may not participate in the contest as always, and then there will be a submission form in here soon. Judging, our 3 judges are myself, Lauren, and Pixelated is rejoining us for this contest. So this is how we're going to judge them. Spookiness is the big factor here. So this is really about your atmosphere and your immersion. So if you created a really cool cryptic area with lots of graves and spooky fog and ghosts and little animatronics, and we were immersed and we felt like we were going through a spooky experience, that's what's going to win you this contest. We do still have 5 points for artistry, so how well was your detail and all that stuff, that's going to weigh a big factor. Audio engineering, this doesn't have to be custom audio, guys. You can do sound effects, use everything that's in game. There's a whole bunch of new sound effects with the speakers because of the spooky update, so you can trigger those at any point in the ride to kind of add to your spookiness. But the audio is judged separately. So together, if you have a lot of spooky sound effects and a spooky atmosphere, that's going to get you 15 points. That's majority of the contest. That's going to win it for you. However, artistry and track design are 5 points each. So you still want to be detailed and you still want to think about your track design experience. So, but overall, what's cool about this is it really comes down to who makes the spookiest and most immersive atmosphere for a Halloween spooky ride experience. So yeah, tons of fun to be had here, guys. For the prizes, prize list is still huge. I believe we still have a copy of Fortnite to give away. So by the time this contest is out, I'm going to have a whole new crate. So is Lauren. Lauren donates games every month, and so do I with Humble Bundle. Rise of the Tomb Raider will be on the list from both of us. So we're going to have 2 copies of Rise of the Tomb Raider to give away. And we still have games from last month and the month before. So the prize pool list is getting bigger and bigger. I think there's 150 plus games on there with some great ones coming up. So lots of cool prizes to give away. Lots of good stuff here, guys. It's going to be interesting to see who does coasters, who does rides, and what they come up with, because I feel like the ride experiences are going to be really cool for these haunted houses and stuff, but I can see some people doing some amazing, coaster experiences that interweave through castles, go into graves, go down into sewers, all sorts of really neat things to do in this contest. So I'm excited to see what you guys can come up with, and I hope you all have a lot of fun with it. And yeah, that's going to do it for this video, guys. So that's the Halloween spooky contest, and I hope you all have a lot of fun with it, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye now.